in the morning. You know how I do it. Let's do it like we do it in the morning.
That's
Power.
right. I believe in money, power, respect. First you get the money, then you get the power. After you get the power, then
they will respect you.
Yes. Money, power, respect. What you eat.
Let's get some. Come on.
Money, power, respect.
Let's get some. Come on. Power's here. I'm in the building. We at the OSG Conference. Let's get it. Come on. Hey.
Hey.
Come on, Queens.
Yes.
Brooklyn. Let's go.
All day. Let's go. Go.
Power's in the building. Yo,
Yes.
Power. What up? What up, sis?
Well, you know, Laze, I'm super excited to
Yes.
be here. It's like a family reunion.
Yes.
I miss first of all, let's not even talk about I miss my OSG. I love my OSG. And if
Yes.
y'all know me, y'all know I bleed blue
Yes.
for my team. And I'm just so excited to see everybody.
We got the
in the house.
OSG hats.
Oh, yes.
We
come
rocking,
on.
we
rock
rapping.
that. Yes, all day,
Yes,
every day.
all day, every day.
All day, every day. And I'm happy to be next to you.
Oh, listen, this is my sister, like with the U. You spell it like suster, like sustenance. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is my sister, man. Power's down, like she's the realest, but not just, you know how you be like, yo, she real, because she is super brilliant, super incredible, like super, like she is the mentor. She is a sister. She keeps me out of the road because sometimes I go on the road. And for those in my back in the early days of the morning emails when it was the Raw Perspective, Power used to come on and wear me. She's a tear me up. Power used to tear me up in the morning. We used to get at it, and we loved every bit of it, man. Hi, Power. Welcome to the show, Power.
Laze.
How you doing?
I'm super excited.
Wow,
We back together. I feel like we should be back together
Back
again.
together.
Back together.
So I've been coming in all day doing updates from the OSG conference. I've been having interviews. I've had some financial conversations. I've had some just talking to my sister. I had the Lioness on here.
Oh, shout out to the Lioness.
Yeah, we got Dame is in the building. Dame Dash, the Queen of Harlem, is in the building. Freeway's in the building.
Freeway is in here.
My brother Graf's in the building. It's just, man, it's just probably, it's like it's a family reunion.
It's a family reunion. It's like I said the other day on the meetup, it's like I went to a Black college and homecoming means so much to us because you get to see so many. This is like homecoming. I feel at home because people are like, are you presenting Power? Like, nah, I just need to be with my people.
Well, last time you had you were doing Johnny on the spot. Like you would be like, hi, this is Power in the back of the news conference. We got let me talk to you for a second, sir.
Yes. Sir, you over there with the sneakers on. Come over here.
With the sneakers. Talking about sneakers, man. Like, first of all, I see so many dudes in here with suits and sneakers on.
Isn't it something else?
So
I love it. We are influencing the culture. Like, if y'all don't really understand how OSG influences the culture, if you were here right now, you'll understand. Like, we just gave a whole bunch of people permission to show up authentically. So,
to live their best self, which is, I mean, listen, for me, it's just a great experience. I mean, my, you know, as you know the story, we started this, me and my brother Easy Breezy was, you know, we was playing golf and having a good time for years. And then the pandemic hit, and Dr. Dennis McKeithy, shout out to my brother, the visionary. He came in and he was like, yo, man, I got to figure out a way to keep my leaders together. And so we talked about it, and you know what I had to offer. I'm not from the education world. You know, I educate more street and also music education.
That's education.
Hey, listen, I give them to them the way I can get it to them. You know, and at the end of it all, Dr. Breezy was like, Laze, you know, I need you to ride with me on this. And I said, all right, I'm cool. I'm gonna ride with you. And here's what I'm gonna bring to the table. I'm gonna bring some music. I'm gonna bring some hip hop, and I'm gonna call my friends, my hip hop friends. We had Red Alert. We had Ralph McDaniels, Dougie Fresh, Big Daddy Kane, of course, Dame Dash. And then the list just kept going down the line. Shout out to Jadakiss. Shout out to My Son. Just everybody was here just celebrating education because we cared about the kids.
And our communities.
So, you know, when it comes to this kind of thing, it's tough for me because I'm from Brownsville, and I know how tough it was for education in Brownsville. Power. I mean, what's the temperature out there for our babies?
I mean, I think that what's sad, Laze, is that the temperature is probably not much different than when you were going to school, right? Like, I always tell people that education is the one institution in this country that looked the same way as our great grandparents.
And
I mean, the thing that's out there is that our kids are getting access to things so much faster,
right,
at a faster rate, and they're being influenced by so many different things that we've got to compete in this world. And education is competing with social media. Education is competing with drill music. Like, we got so many different things that we need to address, but the problems have been the same because it's not the communities, it's the systems that exist.
The systems that are in place. When they talk about education, I'm like, you know, as a guy who traveled the world and seeing the differences, the way other people handle education, I know one thing is the same, is that the schools and the jails look like the exact same thing.
That's right.
Same.
That's exactly
and that's got to change. And also the way that they educate is 30 years ago, and while we're trying to get into the future with education.
That's exactly right.
And I think there's got to be ways that we can resolve that, Power. I mean, you're an educator. You're a forward-leaning educator. Yes. What kind of practices we can do to change the mindset of some of our young people in education?
I think we just have to show up fully, and model for kids. I think what's important for people and people like me is that we model for kids that it's cool to be smart, right? It's cool to go to school. Since kids, before they go to school, before they complete a day of school, well, an hour of school, get 85 negative messages, period. Just waking up in the morning, they get 85.
Wow.
So schools have to give 85 just for them to just be balanced. So then that means that they have to give 160 for kids to feel wanted. And it's something that makes kids feel wanted. Good morning, how you doing?
Right.
You know, being vulnerable. So we have to really counteract those messages that our kids are getting, and we can't be afraid to do it. And so that's why I'm always telling people, get out there, let your kids see you, find out what's going on, because you can't build competence unless you build confidence first. And how we build confidence is showing up, being there, being consistent, and holding our kids accountable, and also supporting them the best way we can.
Talk to me about Chicks with Kicks.
Woo! So I'm a smart chick with kicks. Started by me. I was just sitting someplace and I was just like, thanks to OSG giving everybody permission, I thought I was the only one in the world who loved sneakers and loved hip hop. Like, I was like, and I almost was ashamed to be that principal who loved sneakers. I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn. I grew up in a neighborhood that has been economically disadvantaged since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And I know how important it is for little kids like me, even if you don't even know where your next meal is going to be, to have that fresh pair of kicks on.
Yeah.
And that was always something that stuck with me. What it's like for a Black woman, her crown, right? Her hair. So when I think about sneakers, I think about that as this like symbol of hope, symbol of power, also a symbol of being seen, because so many of our kids that live in disadvantaged and marginalized neighborhoods don't feel seen. So the sneakers do that. So as I became an adult, I started seeing other people like principals who were super smart. They loved sneakers. And we had something in common. We loved our kids deeply and we loved them relentlessly. So I said, what if I start this movement called Smart Chicks with Kicks, where we showcase, highlight, and support women in leadership and the men that love us, because it's not just women, and the men that love us to show up as their authentic selves.
Right. How important it is for you to show up as your authentic self?
Oh, it's super important. And that's something that I didn't feel most comfortable with until after the principalship. So what is pertinent to me now is to make sure the people that come behind me don't wait to 15 years into their career to feel, or when they're out of the seat. It's like you show up your authentic self now. So you'll see me in a suit and sneakers. You also see me with shoes, but it is my way and my symbol to say, yeah, you are right with me to be your full self.
This morning, the Regents Chancellor came on this morning. So, I mean, how did that make you feel? I mean, with his conversation, I thought was pretty heavy. He actually is from Ocean Hill, Brownsville.
Absolutely.
He used to teach over there. What do you feel about what he said, the state regents?
I think he's right. And I think one of the things that stood out the most to me is like, we are over, what was the word that he used? Pathologizing kids.
Pathologizing,
right? Pathologizing kids. That means that we keep saying that these things are wrong with our kids, trying to pull their brains back and look in and solve the problem. When really a lot of it is that we just got to show up We got to teach our children. We got to pour into them love, and then we got to give them. It's not always about trying to pull those pieces apart. And at first, when he said it, I was like, ooh, right. But when I thought about it, we are getting so distracted from what we need to do for our kids that they're getting distracted, and we're seeing the impact of it.
Let me tell you something. It's this is just day one.
Day one. Listen.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, we just getting started, and every time I'm popping in, I'm doing updates. So just follow me all day over here online. I'm at the Talos Media table, and as you know, Talos I've been putting rooms in school since the pandemic, and now I'm actually doing other things besides the podcast rooms. We're doing gyms, golf simulators, and 3D holograms that we've given them. How you like the hologram game?
I love the hologram game. I mean, I came in here and I fell in love with it. I sent 2 principals that I coach and support. I was like, go and you got to go get this thing. And I just love it. I love what it means. I tell my principals and people that I support, how you decorate your building and what you put in your building says everything that you believe about children. So if I came into a school and I saw this, what I know that the principal believes about children, one is that they believe in the future, right? Invested in the future. It's not about the old stuff. It's about the new stuff. But they're willing to invest time, energy, resources into something that's not only beautiful, but informative. And it's going to teach our kids that they deserve to have these type of things. So I'm here for it.
Yeah, we here for it too, Power.
Yes,
love you. This is my sister. She's incredible, and 10 toes down with OSG.
All day.
This is day one. She'll be back.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, we're gonna be hanging, and we're gonna party later.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna turn up.
You got your dance moves ready?
I got, I keep the steps.
Yes.
And the knees better this year, so we're gonna party and we're gonna dance a little bit.
I love you, Laze.
Love you, Power.
You.
Have a great day. We'll be back, y'all, in a little bit. Hey. Oh man, we'll see y'all later on with Power, and thank you, Power, for coming in. The OSG Leadership Transformational Leadership Conference. This your boy Uncle Laze. Shout to my OSG family. Shout to my MOP First Family for life. It's a family affair. We'll see y'all later.